Those conditional statements, we can execute the code only one time based on condition. This condition, whatever we are writing, that should be Boolean expression. That should give either true or false value. If a condition is true, then that code will execute. If a condition is false, that code will not execute. If you want to execute optional, that is called if, else if, else. If else ladder, we can call it as if else ladder. Now, I have written my program. If a is greater than 0, then it will print a as positive number. Else, if a is not greater than 0, it will print else if a less than 0. A is a negative number. If this is not satisfied, then else block will be executed. If, else if, else. Like that you can write multiple conditions also, depends on your requirement. Now, yesterday I have given a program, develop a Java program, given a requirement, given an assignment for you, develop a Java program to decide role of a software engineer based on experience. So I have given that if experience is 0 to 2 years, his role should be printed as associate engineer. If experience is 2 to 5 years, it should be printed as a software engineer. If it is 5 to 7, senior software engineer. 7 to 10, manager. Did you try that? Working? Online people, is it working? All of you completed that. Somebody pasted the program also. Yeah, fine. Let me write that program, guys. Let me write that program. Workspace. Now, role finder. What is the class name I am using? Role finder. Rolefinder.java. So this is my class. Now, I'm taking class name. What is my class name? Role finder. We can call it as identifier class name. Naming convention also I am following. In order to run the Java program, we need main method, public, static, void main, string, arguments. Public, static, void main, string, arguments I am taking. Here, in order to decide that role, first we need is experience. How much experience he is having? I need that experience. So here I am taking integer experience is equal to sum 5 years. Int experience is equal to 5 years. What I am doing here? I am declaring one variable. What is the purpose of variable in the Java? Java is used, variable is used to store the value. Once I have the data, now I can write the condition to check that. Based on the condition, I need to find what is that person role. Okay. First, check the requirement. My requirement is, if experience is 0 to 2, it should print it as associate engineer. If experience is 0 to 2, it should print as associate engineer. Now, my first condition, if experience is greater than 0 and experience is less than, if experience is 0 to 2, then what I will do? If experience is less than 2, if experience is less than 2, that means 0, greater than 0 and less than 2. Less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 2. If he is having 2 years also, he will get the same rule. If he is having 1 year also, same rule. So here, this condition should satisfy and 0 to 2. What is the meaning of that? Either 0 or greater than 0. Either 2 or less than or equal to 2. So here, this is a relational operator. This is also relational operator. What is this? Logical operator. And. Double and. That means it is a logical and. If first condition satisfy and second condition satisfy, then only it will become true. If first condition satisfy and second condition satisfy, then only it will become true. If both are satisfied, it's then true. If one condition satisfy, another condition not satisfied, false value. When you go for AND operator, both conditions should satisfy, then only it will become true. So when you want to check only one condition, relational operator is sufficient. If I want to check only one condition, relational operator is sufficient. But here, for this requirement, I should check only one condition, or I need to check two conditions? Two conditions. 0 to 2 years. It can be greater than or equal to 0. It can be less than or equal to 2. As I need to check two conditions, I am going for AND operator. First condition should be true. Second condition also should be true. Then only we can make it as true. If it is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 2, then we will print it as system dot out dot println. His role is associate engineer. His role is associate engineer. Suppose if this condition not satisfied, then I need to check the second condition. If this condition not satisfied, then I need to check the second condition. 0 to 2 is already completed. Now, here what I need to write? Else if experience greater than 2. Experience greater than 2. And experience 5. That means less than or equal to 5. If his experience is greater than, I think here we need to make it as 3, right? Yes, right. Like this is the requirement. So if it is 0 to 2 years, it should be associate. If it is 3 to 5 years, it should be software engineer. If it is 6 to 7, if it is 6 to 8 or something like that, 6 to 9, something like that, 6 to 9. Here I am going to make it as 10 to 13. 10 to 13, the numbers that can be changed now. If it is 0 to 2 years, associate engineer. Greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 2. Then it will become associate software engineer. If experience is greater than or equal to 3, greater than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 5, then what is his role? System dot out dot println. Then it is software engineer. Then it is software engineer. So if this first condition satisfy 0 to 2, less than or equal to 2. So 0 to 2, that experienced person role will become associate engineer. If experience is greater than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 5, 3 to 5, then it will print software engineer. If this condition not satisfied, else if, then what I need to do? Experience, what is the condition? 6 to 9 years. How to check the 6 to 9 years? Experience greater than or equal to 6 and experience less than or equal to 9. If 6 to 9 years, then what we need to print here? System dot out dot println. It is senior software engineer. Senior software engineer. If he is having 10 to 13 years experience, how to check the condition? 10 to 13. Else or else if? Else if, because there is a condition, right? 10 to 13. We need to make it as 10 to 13. Now, if experience is greater than or equal to 10 and experience less than or equal to 13, experience less than or equal to 13, then what we will say? System dot out dot println, it is called as manager. It will print as a manager. It will print as a manager. Alright. Now see, experience is equal to 5. If experience is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 2, it will print as associate engineer. If experience is greater than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 5, it will print as software engineer. If experience is greater than or equal to 6 and less than or equal to 9, it will print as senior software engineer. If experience is greater than or equal to 10 and less than or equal to 13, it will print it as a manager. Now, if I want to write anything else, else directly. Else. What we should write in the else? Sorry? Anything, whatever the message you want to print, there is no role found for this experience, something like that. System dot out dot println role not found. Right? Yeah, system. Role not found. So this first condition, second condition, third condition, fourth condition. If a first condition satisfied, it will print as associate engineer. If a second condition satisfied, it will print as software engineer. If a third condition satisfied, it will print as senior software engineer. If a fourth condition satisfied, it will print as manager. If four conditions are not satisfied, then it is going to print role not found. Are you able to understand this program? Are you able to understand this program? Yes, good. Chalo, let's try to compile this program and run this program. Let's try to compile and run. Java C role finder dot Java. Compilation success. Java space role finder. Java space role finder. What is the role it is giving now? Software engineer. What is his experience? 5. What is our requirement? 3 to 5 means it should print as a software engineer. Now let me give the role as a 12. Experience as a 12. Experience as 12. I changed my code. Then what should we do? Can I directly run it? No. What I need to do? Compile. Because I have changed the code. When the code is modified, we need to recompile the program. What is that? Java C role finder dot Java. Right. Java space role finder. Java space role finder. Are we getting the experience? I mean, based on the experience, are we able to get the role? Role is manager. Now here, there is one problem in our program. The problem is, I am fixing the value for the variable. Can I say the variable value is hard-coded? Can I say variable value is hard-coded? Now, if I want to run my program with all the test cases, every time I need to change the code, I need to compile the code, and I need to run the code. Are you guys getting my point? Every time I need to compile the code and I need to run the code. Now, I want to test my program. If experience is 8 years, what is the output? Yesterday I told you, developer means development plus testing also. I need to test all the lines of code. If I want to test all the lines of code, what I need to do? First with 1 year, what is the output? For 2 years, what is the output? For 3 years, what is the output? 4 years, what is the output? How many times I need to change my program? 13 times I need to change the value. I need to change the variable value for 13 times. 10 to 13 is the last experience we have. Every time I need to change the value and I need to compile the program and I need to run the program. Is it time-taking process? Yes or no? Why it is taking time? Because here I have hard-coded variable value. I have fixed the value for the variable. Now, I want to pass the value dynamically. Are you guys getting my point? So now I want to run my program with a different experiences. I want to run my program with a different experiences. Now I want to test it with 8 years. I change it, experience is equal to 8, file, save it. Then what I need to do? Again I need to compile Java C rolefinder.java, Java space rolefinder. Senior software engineer, done. Now I want to test with 13 years experience. What should I do? Again I need to change the value to 13. Then again save the program. Then again compile the program. Java C rolefinder.java and Java space rolefinder. What happened? Working. But again change the value. Again test it. Is it a problem or not? Yes, it is a problem because we have hard-coded value of the variable. We have hard-coded the value of variable. Now, I need to take this variable value from the keyboard. When I run my program should ask me enter experience. I will give some number. Based on that number, my program should give the output. So that I will compile only once. Just I will run with a different value. I don't want to change the code. I just want to pass the experience through my keyboard. Are you guys getting my point? Now, how to read the data from the keyboard? How to read the data from the keyboard in the Java? That is what we need to understand. Are you clear with my point? So, what is the problem in this program? We are fixing the value for the variable. What is the meaning of fixing the value for the variable? Hard coding. We have hard coded value of the variable. That is not at all recommended. Always we need to take the value from the user. Now, when you go for our website, when you go for login page, username and password, is it reading dynamically or is it hard coded? Guys, username and password, is it reading from the user keyboard or is it hard coded? Now see here, whenever you click on login button, it is asking to enter the email ID and password. Click on login, invalid. I can pass the value dynamically. Okay, so now here variable value should not be hard coded. I need to read the value from the keyboard. I need to read the value from the keyboard. Now here, in order to read the value from the keyboard, there are several options available in the Java. How to read the data from the keyboard? To read the data from the keyboard, there are so many predefined classes available in the Java. Java is one programming language. There are set of classes already available in the Java to develop a project. Now we need to use predefined classes of Java to read the data from the keyboard to pass that variable value. Are you guys getting my point? How to use predefined class in Java? Import. Excellent. What is the purpose of import? Import is used to read that. Import is used to use other classes in our classes. Now, reading data from the keyboard. First I have done my program. So this is our role finder program. This is our role finder program. In above program, we have hard-coded value for the variable. We have hard-coded value for variable. If I want to test my program, if we want to test our program with different values, we need to compile and execute every time. We need to compile and execute every time. To overcome this problem, we can read the data from keyboard dynamically. I want to read the value dynamically. How to read data from keyboard in the Java? When I run my program, My program should ask the user to enter the value. My program should ask the user to enter the value. Are you guys clear with my point? Now, in order to read the data from the keyboard, we have one option called buffered reader. That is a predefined class. This class is available in a package called java.io. Buffered reader is a predefined class available in the Java. Using that buffered reader, you can read the data from the keyboard. So what is the package name for that class? Java.io. There is another predefined class that is called scanner. There is another predefined class called scanner. Scanner is available in a package called java.util. Scanner is available in a package called java.util. Sir, fine. Class names are fine. One is a buffered reader, another one is scanner. So in those classes, some methods should be available. Some methods should be available in the class. How can we identify those methods? How can I remember those methods? Which method I need to use to read the data from the keyboard? What is the syntax of that method? How can I use that method? I am new to Java. I don't know about buffer reader. I don't know about scanner. I don't know about buffer reader and I don't know about the scanner. Then how can I understand which methods are available in the classes? First of all, can you read out the class names available here? Can you read out the class names here? One is the buffer reader, second one is scanner, and third one is command line arguments. What is the third option we have? The third option that we have, command line arguments. So whenever you are running the program, here we are running the program, right? Java space role finder. Here you can pass experience directly like this. Are you guys getting my point? Whenever you are running a program, for your program, you can pass the input as a argument. You can pass the input as a argument. If you pass the input as a argument like this, that is called as command line argument. Command line argument nothing but the input we are passing to our main method. Can you see what is the main method is expecting? String argument. That means it is expecting some arguments. If you want, you can pass those arguments. It is expecting some arguments. If you want, you can pass those arguments. So how many ways we can pass data from the keyboard? There are 3 ways available. What are the three ways? First one is buffer reader, second one is scanner, third one is command line arguments. Buffered reader and scanner are predefined classes. Buffered reader class available in a package called java.io. Scanner is the class which is available in a package called java.util. Java.io and java.util. Command line argument is just a concept. Input for main method. Input for main method. So if you want to pass input for the main method directly, then you can use command line argument. Now, I want to see how to work with this buffered reader. Okay, let's go to Google. Now here, I will go to JSE API. What is the JSE? JSE stands for what? JSE stands for Java Standard Edition. Java Standard Edition. Now, when I open this, I typed JSE API. So API stands for Application Programming Interface. It will tell you the details of the class, details of the method, all the information about the classes and methods it will give you. Sir, how this documentation is generated for the classes? Can I generate the documentation for our class also? Yes, we discussed about documentational comments. Did we discuss about documentational comments? The documentational comments are used to generate the documentation of our program. Multi-line comment to skip the code execution. Single line comment to skip one line execution. What is the purpose of documentation comment? To provide information about our classes. Okay, now I want to understand information related to buffered reader. I want to understand the information related to buffered reader. Buffer reader is a predefined class available in the JSE, Java 2 Standard Edition. Which package? It is available in which package? IO. Now, can you see here in the left side menu Java packages? Can you see the Java packages here? Can you find a package called java.io? Can you click on this IO package? Click on the IO package. When you click on the IO package, it is showing interfaces and classes. Can you see a class called buffer reader? Can you see a class called buffer reader? So, in the java.io package, there are so many classes are available. Java.io, in that java.io, there are so many classes are available. Which class we are trying to understand? Buffered reader. Click on buffered reader. Who provided this documentation? Java. This is Java official documentation. In that documentation, you can see all the Java classes, Java interfaces, Java methods, predefined variables, predefined classes, predefined methods. What is the purpose of them? How to use them? All that provided in the documentation. It is something like a user manual. Whenever you purchase a mobile, are you getting user manual? Why they are providing user manual? How to use it? You are purchasing one mobile. When you open that mobile box, you can see one simple user manual. It will tell you how to use that mobile. Same thing, when you purchase a television, TV or refrigerator, any AC, any product, electrical product, when you purchase, they will give you one manual. In that manual, steps will be available how to use that product. Yes or no? Similarly, here Sun Micro System provided documentation for Java. This documentation is like a user manual for the developers. Documentation is like a user manual for the developers. This documentation will tell how to use Java classes, Java methods, which are provided by Sun Micro System. Are you getting my point? What is the Java documentation? What is this Java documentation? It is a manual. It is a user manual to understand predefined Java classes and Java methods. Now, can you read this? Reads text from a character input stream. It will read the text. We can read the text from a file, or we can read the text from the keyboard also. From keyboard it can read the text. From the files also it can read the text. Now, in future, I want to read the data from a file. In future, I want to read the data from a file. Which class is available? Buffered reader. I want to read the data from a file. I want to read the data from a file. I want to read the data from the keyboard. To read the data from a file or to read the data from the keyboard, we can go for a class called buffered reader. In which package this class is available? Java.io. That means any class which is responsible to read input, to provide output, those classes are grouped into Java.io package. What is a package? Collection of classes and interfaces. Now you see, can you see one class called file reader? Can you see one class called file reader? Can you see one class called file reader? Can you see one class called file writer? File reader, file writer, input stream reader, object input stream, object stream, output stream writer, anything which is related to input and output, those are belongs to java.io package. Package nothing but group of classes. In IO package, there are so many classes and interfaces are available. Are you guys clear with my point? Now tell me, what is the package? What is import? Package is nothing but a collection of classes. Import nothing but which class you want to use from which package, that you need to specify. Now I want to use buffer reader. So it is available in which package? Java.io. So I need to import Java.io. In the C language we will use, what is that? As include studio, as include header files will be available, right? In the Java, header files are not available, import statements are available. Are you clear with my point? Yes. But here we are having buffered reader. We are having a class called buffered reader. This buffered reader cannot read the data directly. Buffered reader is available. This buffered reader cannot read the data directly. Buffer reader need one assistant to read the data. Buffer reader cannot read the data directly from the file. Buffer reader cannot read the data from the keyboard directly. Buffer reader needs one more assistant to read the data. So we need to connect stream reader with the buffered reader. We need to connect stream reader with the buffered reader. That stream reader may be a file, or maybe from the keyboard I want to read the data. For that, there is a class called input stream reader. What is the class available? Input stream reader class available, which will act as a assistant for the buffer reader to read the data. So here stream reader class will be available. Stream reader class will read the data, will give the input for the buffer reader. From where this stream reader should read the data? From the keyboard, right? That is the input. Now this stream reader we need to connect to our system. From the system it has to read the data. We need to connect this stream reader to system.in. That means it is a input. System.out. System.in. Now here in our program we are writing system.out. What is the meaning of that? Send the output. System.out means send the output. Now I don't want to send the output. I want to read the input. To read the input we are using system.in. System.in represents it is a input. System.out represents it is a output. Are you guys able to understand? So it is a general English. System.in, input from the system. System.out, output to the system. Input to the system, input from the system, output to the system. Now system.in we are connecting to input stream reader. Input stream reader we are connecting to buffered reader. In the buffered reader we will have some methods. Let us go to buffered reader. Buffered reader, scroll down. Buffered reader, it is expecting reader. Buffer, this is an object of the buffer reader. Buffer reader is expecting reader. So which is the reader we are passing for buffer reader? Input stream reader we are passing as the input for the buffer reader. Then in the buffer reader there are methods available. What is this method? Close. Can you read it? Closes the stream and releases any stream resource associated with that. Lines, mark, read. Can you see what is this read? What is this read, guys? It reads a single character. It will read a single character. So if you want to read only one character in the buffered reader, there is a method called read method. If I want to read multiple characters, what is the method? read line. Can you see what it is going to do? Reads line of text. What is the return type of the method? When I use read line, how it is going to read my data? It will read my data as a string data. So now, if I want to read multiple lines from the keyboard in the buffer reader, there is a method called read line method. Anyhow, we will discuss that in the IO package. So here just I want to show you how to take the data dynamically. Buffer reader we will discuss in which package? Java.io package. How to read the data from a file, how to write the data to a file. That is our IO concept. Currently, we are not learning IO. What we are learning? Control statements. We are learning control statements. As part of the control statements, I want to read the data from the keyboard. One of the option I have, buffer reader. Can buffer reader read the data directly? Buffer reader cannot read the data directly. For buffer reader, we need to give stream reader. For stream reader, we need to give system input. Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. Now, I will write a program. Currently, if you are not able to understand this also, no problem. Just follow the code which I am writing. Because in the IO package, we are going to understand in detail about buffer reader, stream reader, file writer. That we will discuss at that time. First, I need to create input stream reader. Input stream reader ISR is equal to new input stream reader. I am using new operator. What is the purpose of new operator? What is the purpose of new operator? To create the object. What is the meaning of object creation? Allocating the memory. What is the meaning of object creation? It is allocating the memory. Are you guys clear with this? Now, for this stream reader, I am connecting system.in. For stream reader, I am connecting system.in. Why? Why I am connecting that? I want to give the input from the keyboard. For that I am connecting system.in for input stream reader. This input stream reader I will give as a input for whom? Buffer reader BR is equal to new buffer reader. Pass input stream reader as a parameter. Are you guys clear with this? Now here BR dot, what is the method? BR dot, what is the method available? BR dot read line. How it is going to read that line? String str. String str. Now input stream reader object I created. That input stream reader I am using with the system.in. Input stream reader I connected to buffer reader. From the buffer reader I am calling read line method. I am calling read line. Can you see the method name? Syntax. Can you see the naming convention? Read line is my method. Read line is Java method. Read line is a Java method. I am calling predefined method. Read line method available in which class? Buffer reader. See here. Read line method available in which class? It is available in buffer reader. Buffer reader class available in which package? Java.io package. IO means input and output. IO means input and output. What is the meaning of system.in? What is the meaning of system.in? Input for the input from the system. What is the meaning of system.out? Output to the system. System.in and system.out. Are you clear with my point? Yes. Okay. I will save my program currently. I'm saving my program. I'm not doing anything. Just I have written 3 lines of code. 3 lines of code. Input stream reader object I created. That input stream reader I connected to system input. Then I have created buffer reader object. Buffer reader I connected with the input stream reader. In the buffer reader I am having a read line method which is used to read the data. Now, can I try to compile my project, compile my program? Chalo, can I compile? Tell me, what is the syntax to compile? Java C, role finder dot Java. Oh my God, so many errors. So many errors are available. How many errors are available? 4 errors are available. Now, generally what people will do in the BTech, when there are 4 errors, they will remove this bracket. Okay? Then compile. How many errors are coming? 20 errors are coming. Yes or no? So people will play this kind of techniques now. Right. So here I am having 4 errors. Java C space role finder dot Java. Okay. How many errors are there? 4. Can you read the error? At the line number 7, it is saying that cannot find symbol. Which is symbol? Input stream reader. Then here also line number 7 only, input stream reader. Here cannot find symbol, buffer reader. Here cannot find symbol, buffer reader. What is that? What is the meaning of that error? Java is not able to understand what is input stream reader, what is buffer reader. So those are our classes, those are predefined classes. Now I need to tell to Java, boss, this is not my class, that is your class only. Take it from that package. You go and get it from the package. That is, I don't deal with that class. That is not my class. That is your class only. I will tell you where is that class. That class is available in a package. You get that class from the package, use it in my program. Now, how can I tell to Java to get the classes from the package? Import. Now, let me go to my program. Should I write the import here? Why? Import should be available inside the class, or import should be outside of the class? Outside of the class. Is it mandatory? Yes. Now, import java.io.star. What is that? Star. If I give star means all the classes available in the IO package will be imported. If you want to import a particular class, then class name java.io.bufferedReader. Currently, I am going with the star because packages is a separate concept for us. I don't want to get into too much details, so I just want to use java.io.star. But that is not recommended. Now, when you see my project, am I importing anything with the star? I am writing all the import statements one by one. Am I using anywhere star here? I will show you one program. Okay, I think that is there. Everything we are discussing, we are going to use in the real time. Now, here, can you scroll down? Scroll down. Can you see what is this? What is this? Buffer reader. What is the purpose of buffer reader? To read the data. What I am passing as input for buffer reader? FR. What is FR? File reader. What is input for the file reader? File name. So if I want to read the data from the file, I will go for file reader. If I want to read the data from the keyboard, input stream reader. Are you guys getting my point? Now, I am using buffer reader. Can you go to import statements? Can you see, am I importing buffer reader or I am not importing buffer reader? Importing buffer reader. How I am importing buffer reader? java.io.bufferreader. Am I importing file reader or not? Yes. Am I writing java.io.star? Can I write like this? Yes. Can we write it or not? Yes. That we can do. But is it recommended? Not recommended. We need to import particular class by using package name dot class name. But we are beginners. So I'm going with java.io.star. Are you guys getting my point? Yes. Now let's try to do this. Java C role finder dot Java. Oh my God. Can you see that? Can you read that exception? It is saying that, boss, there is a chance of getting exception in your program. Whenever you are trying to read the data, it is telling that there is a chance of getting the exception. So there are checked exceptions, unchecked exceptions. There is a concept in the Java. Currently, we don't. Do we know anything about exception? Do we know anything about exception? So what I will say, throw it out. If you don't want it, throw it out. Simply, I will throw that exception out by using a keyword called throws. What is the keyword? Throws. What is the meaning of throw? Whatever we don't want, we will throw it out. Whatever we don't want, we will throw it out. Similarly, I don't want to deal with the exception. I am throwing the exception. Throws. Can I say throws is one keyword? Throws is one reserved word. In the Java, throws is one keyword. Just write it. Java C role finder dot. Finally, our program compiled. Finally, our program compiled. Okay. So, lot of confusion will be there for you, but don't worry. Our intention is not to understand IO package. Our intention to pass the dynamic value. That's it. In order to pass the dynamic value, I am using input stream reader. Input stream reader I am giving to buffer reader dot read line. It is going to read the data. Now see, I am going to run my program. I am going to run my program Java space role finder. Is it running or is it waiting? Why it is waiting? I am trying to read the data. It is expecting me to give some data. Now, let me enter some value. Let me enter some value. 65. Enter. My program is executed. My program is executed. Now, I am reading the data, but am I using the data? Hey Baba, which value it is taking? Condition. EXP. What is the EXP value? What is the EXP value? 13. As per 13, what is the output? Manager. So that means 65 we are reading, but are we using? 65 I am giving, but am I using that value? I am not using that value. Now, we need to check the condition with this variable or with this variable. Currently, my program is checking the condition with which variable? EXP. EXP variable holding which value? 13. But actually, I am reading the data from the keyboard. With that value, I need to check my condition. But there is a problem. There is a problem. So when I call readLine method, how it is giving the data? String. String means group of characters. Now, I can give my name, Ashok. Can I check Ashok greater than or equal to 0? For the group of characters, can I check that condition greater than, less than or equal to? Greater than, less than or equal to, we will check only for the numbers. Numbers. How to represent a number in the Java? Integer. How to represent a number? Integer. But here, readLine method is taking this as what? String. But I need integer. Then what should we need to do? Typecast. We need to convert the string value to integer value. It will read only one character, na? I want to read 13 character. How can we read it? If I give read, it will read single character as an int value. But my experience, I want to pass as 13 years. So if I give 13, it will read only one. What about second character? You can use the read method. If I use the read method directly, it will read as an integer only. But what is the problem? If I give double digit, will it read that? It cannot read the double digit. So that's why I am going for which method? ReadLine method. So here, in the buffer reader, there are two methods available. One is read method, another one is read line method. What is the purpose of read method and read line method? If you want to read a single character from the keyboard, if you want to read a single character from the keyboard, then go for read method. If you want to read more than one character, read line method. Now, my program expecting 10 years also, 11 years also, 12 years also, 13 years also. Two characters we can pass. So to read the two characters, should I go for read method or I should go for read line method? Read line method. If I go for read line method, there is another problem. What is the problem? Whatever the data I am giving in the keyboard, it will consider that value as a character's value. But we know that those are not characters, those are digits. But how Java is understanding that? Java is understanding that as a character. Now, as a programmer, I need to convert that string characters into value. I need to convert the string characters into value. That means I am converting from one data type to another data type. The process of converting from one data type to another data type is called as typecasting. Converting from one format to another format is called as typecasting. Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. Now, how to do the typecasting? You forget about it. I will write one line of code to do the typecasting. Okay. Integer dot parseInt of str. What is the meaning of that? Too much coding, huh? Confusing, huh? Some people faces are dull. Sir, we expected if else program, but today दूसरा concept ही चल रहा है. Come on. We are converting the string value to integer value. Which class, which method I am using? parseInt method. Where is that parseInt method available? Integer class. So, can we see what is that integer class? What is that method? Where I can see the details? User manual. What is the manual available? Documentation. Let's go to documentation. Integer is the class which is available in lang package. Java.lang package. Now go to Java.lang package. Can you see what is this class name? Can you see what is this class name? Can you see what is this class name? Can you see this class name? Can you see this class name? Can you see this class name? Yes. In which package it is available? Java.lang package. Here, Java.lang package is default package for all the classes. You no need to import. Samjha? If only in the Java there are so many packages are available. Java.io, Java.util, Java.beans, Java.awt, Java.nio, right? There are so many packages available. Along with that, there is a package called Java.lang package. Java.lang package is default package for every Java program. So if you want to use any class from the lang package, you no need to import. That will be available by default. Okay. Now let's go to integer class. Go to integer class. Now scroll down. See one method called parseInt method. What is that method? parseInt method. Can you read it? Parses the string argument as a signed decimal integer. So whatever the string you pass, that will be converted into integer value. Why I am converting string to integer now? Why I am converting string to integer? The main agenda, I want to check the condition. My condition is greater than, less than. To check greater than, less than, I need a number. So that number I want to give from the keyboard. If I give the data from the keyboard, what will happen? It will come as a string. I am converting the string value to int value. How I am converting string value to int value? How I am converting string value to int value? %. Integer dot %. That's it. Now, whatever the conversion I am doing, that conversion I will take it as int experience. Int experience. Now, remove this. Now, from where the experience is coming now? Experience is hard-coded. Experience I am reading from the keyboard. Experience I have hard-coded and I am reading from the keyboard. Reading from the keyboard. Now, save this program. Save this program. Go here. Go here. Java C role finder dot Java. Java C role finder dot Java. Compiled successfully. Now, can I run it? Java space role finder. Program waiting. Why it is waiting? Expecting input. Let me give 5. Enter. Now, I want to test with 6. Do I need to change the code? Do I need to change the code? Now, just to run it. Run it. Give 9. Give 9. What it is saying? Beautiful, na? Last time, if I want to test, I need to change the value. I need to compile it. I need to run it. Now, do I need to change the code? My value, my variable value coming from the keyboard dynamically. Now, run it. It is waiting. Let me give as 20 years. What happened? Roll not. So that means which condition executed? Else part is executed. Able to understand this? Now, check this. Just how many lines of code? 4 lines of code, but lot of depth is there in that code that we cannot understand at this moment. We are not that much mature to understand IO package. IO package is a future concept. IO package is a future concept. I have written the code. If you don't understand, leave it. You just copy paste my code. Whenever you are developing the program, you just copy paste my code. That we will understand clearly in the coming classes. After oops, we will understand that, because here you need to understand what is